I think I might have a fucking problem. Pushing out a rolling marijuana. Thinking about getting more to the bank, but they won't let me in cause I smell like dank. I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
Get it.
I think I might have a motherfucking problem.
YouTube, what it be like? It's your boy Fo, and bro, we are back on that NBA Live 19. In today's video, we'll be looking at episode 7 of the best builds in NBA Live. Now, before we get started, if you're new to my channel and this is your first time seeing me, I appreciate that view, but you know you gotta like and sub, my boy. Also, feel free to comment, hit that notification bell as well so you can know when we post. We're on that grind to 5K. Soon as we hit 5K, we'll do a raffle giveaway, so you definitely gotta stick around for that. And with that being said, let's hop right into the video. Now, these next 2 episodes, we're gonna cover the shooters. I know a lot of people would like for me to take a look at the shooters. I've had both of these shooters. I had both of the shooters last year. I'm very familiar with these builds, but these are also the most common builds in the game that you will see online. So I was really just trying to delay putting these videos out because I know a lot of people would prefer information on builds that they might not normally use. The backcourt shooter though, I had a build earlier, deleted him, but now I created a new one. This guy is gonna be 6'4". Reason why I make him 6'4" is because you never know if you're gonna be the point guard or you're gonna be playing in the 2 spot where you have to guard a wing. So I like to be as tall as I can because you never know if I'm gonna have to defend a 6'8" or 6'9" player. So that's the reason why I like to go with height. Now, as for the weight, this is completely up to you, and also you have to remember you get the option between Ray Allen or Steph Curry on your icon path. Now, their physical boost, Steph Curry will give you a +3 on your speed. Ray Allen doesn't give you any buff on your speed whatsoever, but I also feel like Ray Allen's the best icon path to actually use out of the 2. So it depends. You can make the player the lowest weight so you can get speed back if you're gonna use Ray Allen because you're not gonna get any speed back, or you can do kind of like what I did. Like, your default strength is gonna be a 68. I knocked it down to a 67 because he gives you a +3 on your strength where Steph doesn't. So then that boosts me up to a 70 strength. Now, why would I want a 70 strength? I've talked about strength before, and I think that strength is vital to your player because being stronger than your opponent means you're going to trigger a lot of blow-by animations, and they trigger less blow-by animations on you, so you can keep them out of the paint, and it'll be a little bit easier for you to get into the paint. I find when I'm playing point guard and I have a point guard with a 70 or higher strength, I'm getting into the paint at will. The only problem is that leaves me with an 85 speed. That's still gonna be really good and really serviceable. I'm as fast as any wing and I can keep up with point guards just fine. But then also keep in mind that 70 strength that I have, that can go in combination with Ray Allen's icon skill, which is inside shot. Because when you get into the paint, sometimes you'll go up and you'll run into a player trying to defend at the rim, and you might not trigger a layup, you might not trigger a dunk. So having that 85 inside shot to go with that strength will help you finish in the paint. Now, looking at his primary skills, you get a 95 shot off the dribble, 95 3. The shooting off the dribble on this player is one of a kind. It's the only build in the game that gets a 95 shot off the dribble. So you definitely got to take advantage of your step back game with this player because it can really be overpowered. Your secondary skills are going to be mid-range shooting, 88 contesting shot. I cannot understate this. I have to make sure I point this out. The reason why you're happy to have contested shot is because you don't have to waste a trait slot late to the party like you have to put on most of your builds because you have an 88 contested shot already. So that's really good because it opens up a trait slot for you, or if you decide to use late to the party, it gives you an additional boost on your contested shot and it makes you a lot better at shooting while people are jumping at you. 88 dribbling is just gonna be good enough, bro. Anything that's 85 or higher is dope in this game. Mentality boost, you can see is 3-point and mid-range, so the better you play, the better you shoot. Looking at Ray Allen's icon ability, the longer you stay open, the more accurate your jump shot will become. That's hella important, because not when you're playing by yourself, but when you're playing like 3v3, 5v5, people play with such poor IQ, you can find yourself open really easy, and getting an additional buff is good. Now his icon skill boost are gonna give you a +6 on your dunk. That's really important, because backcourt shooters only get a 65 overall dunk attribute, so getting a +6 is definitely welcome. Getting additional rebounding and on-ball defense +6 is dope, because you definitely need on-ball defense, and then you get a +3 still. Now looking at the decisions you get to make on his icon path, boost the finishing and jump shooting, or improve defense on one-to-one situations. Now if you get that +6 on-ball defense, that brings you up to a 76 on-ball defense, and you can have the improved one-to-one defensive situations. But I definitely feel like you need to go with the boost to your finishing, and the reason why is because, if you haven't noticed, I haven't said anything about your layup. Your layup is only a 70 overall with this player, so you definitely need a boost to your finishing. And also keep in mind, when you get that +6 on your dunk, it's only going to go up to a 71, so getting a boost to your finishing will allow you to finish and trigger more dunks and do a lot more in the paint than you could before. So then now you can play at all 3 levels, 3-point, mid-range, and in the paint. This next thing is really important. A lot of people don't really consider this when they're picking this, I don't believe. So here's the thing. You can either decrease the decay rate of your timer or increase the growth rate. Now, basketball is a game that happens really fast. Everything goes up and down, so you would want to increase the growth rate of your timer as opposed to decrease the decay rate, because like as soon as you get open, you need it to fill up as quickly as possible, because that window of opportunity will close, you know, quicker. It's not like you just gonna stand there by yourself all day. So that's the reason why I think that makes sense. And then the last thing is getting a green release either decreases the defender's mentality or getting a green release boost mentality. For me, I like to go with decreases the defender mentality, just because I have so many other things that's already boosting my shooting and whatnot, that I really feel like anything I can get back on the defensive end is going to be gold for me. Now looking at the traits are going to be something that it is preference, but one trait I really feel like you should always have on your build, especially if it's a point guard or if you plan on doing any dribbling, is sure handles. And I talk about this every time because it's really important. It's just you get more stamina when you dribble, so you don't lose as much stamina, and then you have like a lesser chance of losing a ball. So I think that's important. This particular build, you need way back on this build, because you can definitely shoot the 3, you can definitely handle, so you need to be able to have unlimited range. Then I feel like you really need to take advantage of your step back game, so use step back. But you do have a 95 shot off the dribble, so you don't have to use this trait. You could always go back and put on late release if you feel like your timing on your jump shots are off. You could add late to the party. I mentioned about like doubling down on your contested shot, or you can go with open 3. You could actually go with pick and shoot if you play with a player that's pick and rolling or pick and popping, so that's good. Something also that I don't mention on any other build that I like to mention for this build is pull up shooter, because you get a significant reduction when you shoot momentum shots, and you can be in transition and just pull up 3 green when you have this trait equipped. So that's something that you may want to take into consideration. Outside of that, just do what you feel. So anyway, I'll jump into the one court real quick, and then I'll show y'all like the way that I like to use this build. Oh yeah, before I do that, let me just show you animations. I'm not gonna go over all of them because it's really simple. Y'all know I like Kemba Walker dribble moves, I like Kyrie layups, and then you know you get all the dunk packages from the other builds you have. But the jump shot is super. I like Sue Bird's jump shot because your step backs are tied directly to your jump shot. So those are good step backs that she has. And then also James Harden, and then also Kyrie Irving. Those are the 3 jump shots I would actually use as opposed to my normal jump shot. If you're not going to take advantage of the step backs at all, then you can always go with my jump shot, because this is just water, bro. That's the one that works for me. So anyway, let me jump into the one court real quick and we'll pick up from there. So real quick, now that we're loaded in, I'll go ahead and show you why I like this player though, specifically, especially with the way I like to play the game. Main reason is this. So it goes back to that step back that I was doing before. So now that actually puts your opponent in this 50-50 guessing game, almost like a fighting game, right? Where they don't know if you're gonna go high or low in the fighting game. Same exact kind of principle here, because I have a 95 3, I have a 95 shot off dribble, and then I have the way back trade on. It's giving me an opportunity. You see, I'm not even up on the 3-point line right now, but now I'm gonna like hezzy, and then I'm gonna hop all the way back. Look what you do. You hezzy and then you hop. So I'm hopping backwards after the dribble move, creating additional space. And when you do this to somebody in game, you'd be surprised at how much space you actually get. The other thing that's good about NBA Live is that they literally have to contest you. Like, they have to close the space and then hit the button or try to flick the analog to try to contest you. If they don't actually react to contest you, this is a free jump shot, even with them standing around, because they didn't actually jump to contest at all. So you're not penalized for that. But now that I can actually take advantage of that, I don't have to do that, right? So 50-50 guessing game again, I can just put them in a situation where I'm spinning off right as soon as I do it. So you can see now I'm putting them in just a blender, bro. Like, I've already hit a couple of jump shots like that, and now boom, I come with that cross, and they see the hop, and then they gotta go ahead and start trying to close the space and try to prepare to jump. But I automatically just go into the spin. Now I could go into a spin and then cross back. I could do a ton of other things. I just drove straight to the goal. But even after I spin, I could cross over, back the other way, spin again. You'd be surprised at just the things you can do. That's what I meant about the step back game, especially when you got a player that can shoot it. Then this step back game becomes ridiculous. That hezzy whole thing just makes you really a pain in the ass to guard if you can hit your jump shots, bro. So anyway, that's the main thing. Other than that, Sue Bird has some pretty good step backs, so you can see that's the main reason why I like her, is because her step back creates a lot of space, just like James Harden. So you can see right there where she just jumps over, and that creates some space. So I really like that. But overall, bro, this build is pretty good. I see why a lot of people like it. I prefer defensive builds, because defense is something that isn't great in this game, so I like to play great defense. But this build can just overpower you at times with offense, and sometimes the best defense is a good offense. So anyway, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as well so you can know when we post. And as always, respect the OGs. Peace.